had another guy coming in the comments talking about, well, there's only one of you. Why you got 10 weed eaters or whatever? Because I was showing that, the tools. This same guy that talks about, that somebody gave me all the tools that I got. And I was just, showing a picture of, as part of my intro, really, and I just snapped a picture of it. But man, come on, dude. Why you got so many weed eaters? There's only one of you or two of you. Well, there's been number one, if you really look at all that equipment I got laying on the floor there, maybe I'll do a better image. You got 2 or 3 pole saws, you got a couple of sets of hedge trimmers, you got a couple of edgers in there, and then you got a couple of brush cutters in there. So they're not all weed eaters. I know somebody that ain't in this game, I know they all look like weed eaters to you, but they're not. And a lot of times, and a lot of guys that are in my spot, I have been out, but like when I hired Drew out here years ago, that was during COVID, and so I bought one of the 111, right, the Stihl 111. It's been a good weed eater, but the shaft got bent somewhat and it vibrates pretty bad. Now, I was using it one day and it just was vibrating real bad in my hand, and I'm like, no, man. So, but by the time you take that weed eater and you put it in the shop, you could have bought another weed eater. And a lot of times I'll buy other equipment when I see that I'm going to need it, like, I'm not going out of business anytime soon. If you're me, and any of you guys that are out here like I am can probably attest to this, if you're me, you don't wait on the shit to break down to go buy something new. No, because then you find yourself out there back on the wall, and then you got to leave to go to the dealer, but you ain't running to Home Depot to pick up a Stihl weed eater, and then a lot of times they'll have sales and stuff too, and I get emails from my dealer when they having a big sale. Stihl will have a sale, and like I bought a couple of the 94Rs when they were on sale, and I got them for less than $300 each. I bought 2 of them, and then so a lot of times it's cheaper or more efficient for me, a guy like me, to go out to go buy another weed eater instead of putting one in the shop and having to wait on it. I'm not doing that. Not with a $300 weed eater, because by the time they look at it and fix it, you're gonna be back at $300 again. And why would I do that when I can buy a new one? So I bought Drew the 111, and he liked it and everything, and that was during COVID, so things were hard to get. So the 111 was the only one I could get. I couldn't get a 91. I like the FS 91s personally, I like the 94R personally. But bang for your buck, the 91, the FS 91Rs is the best weeder I've ever had. And I know there's gonna be somebody coming in the comments talking about, oh man, that ain't powerful enough. Get you a damn Echo or blah blah blah, it's got more power, or get you a Red Max, blah blah blah, it's got more power, Husqvarna, it's got. I don't need all that power. See, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't need. I got brush cutters for that. I got 2 of them. So there's a story behind every piece of equipment, including the blowers, edgers, weed eaters, and everything. There's a story behind everything. This guy look at the equipment, they don't know how to act when they see all that stuff. And to me, it's just the price of doing business, and all of it's paid for, and I don't have to, I mean, I've been known to buy a brand new weed eater and if it's on sale, and put it up and put it in the rack and in the garage and hold on to it all winter, because it ain't gonna be on sale in the summer. You gotta kind of be methodical, like I always talk about, and planning accordingly to every possible scenario. Now, I have bought equipment just to keep one of my accounts open. I got a steel credit card that my dealer has, and if you don't use it, there's like an $8,000 line of credit on it, and if you don't use it, they'll shut it off. Now, I'm not saying that I need the credit, but it's always good to have it. It's always good to have it. So I don't want them to shut the card off. So I might go buy something, you know, that I don't really need at the moment, but I know I will. Because why? How do I know that? Because I've been in business a long time. I know what I need and what I'm gonna need when it comes to the lawn maintenance stuff. So this time of year is when you, for me, I assess all that and make a purchase if I need to. This year I won't have to buy any weed eaters or nothing, because I got everything. I got a couple of everything. So you gotta be, you can't just, I don't know, I guess you can, you know, and I used to, you know, have, you know, one weed eater, one blower, one mower, one trailer, and one truck. And I made a living like that for years and years. But if something happens to your weed eater, what you gonna do? You know, you're gonna go buy another one. Well, I don't have to. I got 2, 3, and there have been times where I've had, you know, 3 other guys out here working with me. It ain't like that no more, because a lot of the great big acreage I used to cut, we don't cut it no more, because, well, they done built houses on it now, stuff like that. So it's just, to me, it's just, I don't know, common sense. And now, if I was planning on going out of business, then of course I wouldn't keep buying that stuff. You know, because a lot of people over, you know, have asked me over the years, how do you get all this equipment up, man? How do you do that? And you know, to be honest, I don't really know. To me, I just do the most logical thing at the moment, especially when it comes to the attachments and all for the skid steer. And that's really the purchases that I'm talking about: trailers, man lift, skid steer, mowers, and skid steer attachments. That's what all the big purchases are. And then I use those attachments to make more money to buy the next attachment or whatever. I got an auger that ain't nobody that I forgot I even did a video on it. So I never use it. I've used it like 3 times. I did a $3,000 job for the storage facility that has the retention pond thing. I did a $3,000 job for them, you know, putting holes through the asphalt so they could put bollards up on the corners of the buildings. And I paid, and this is when equipment was, before it jumped up like it is now. It's stupid expensive now. I paid like $1,400 for a brand new auger and the blade, the bit. And y'all saw I broke the bit, but I've since had it fixed. But now that auger is probably going to cost you $2,000 or more. Now, if I were going to sell one of the attachments, that would be the one I would sell, the auger bit. Of course, if I knew I was going to sell it, I would go on and do my fence before I did that. And this video this morning, man, is just, you know, it's just some of the stuff that I see and I go through out here, man. You know, and the channel, you know, I know it's not always exciting, but that's the channel. That's kind of what the channel's all about, man. It's really about, you know, how I do things, whether you want to call it business or whatever. Just how I do things in the business and accumulate things and all that. See, the number one thing, the way to accumulate equipment and stuff is to buy top equipment. Now, if you're buying subpar equipment, then it's probably not going to last as long as the equipment that I buy. I don't buy any. Every piece of equipment I got is top of the line. Everything. Well, you could buy a better blower. You could buy a better weed eater. It's a still commercial weed eater, dude. I mean, the best on the market, if you ask me. You know, Stihl chainsaws. The 201T, that's the best chainsaw on the market, if you ask me. Now, does Husqvarna make a damn good saw? Yes, and I've had them before. But there's no Husqvarna dealer, and the 201T ain't never let me down. I got 3 of them. Well, you got 3 saws, there's only one of you. Again, at different points in the business over the years, I've needed that many saws at some point in time. And what I do, use the saws and throw them away? No. Right now, I got 3 201Ts that I can pull this cord and they start. I got a 4th one that something's up with it. I'm not sure exactly what, but I haven't really looked at it because I haven't really needed it. So, well, there's no sense in having that many. So what do I do when now I will put a 201T in the shop. So over the years, I put one in the shop and then I might buy one because I know I'm not going out of business anytime soon. Same way with attachments. I won't ever have to buy another grapple bucket, y'all. I won't. Now, I might have to replace the cylinders on that one. You know, they probably need it now. I think it's got a little leak on it now. I'll probably have to, you know, but as far as, I mean, that's maintenance stuff, really. But I won't have to make a purchase. And if you went and tried to buy the grapple bucket that I got now, you're probably $4,000, $5,000 for that grapple bucket or more. Shoot, yeah, stupid expensive, man. It ain't even funny, man. It's so expensive. Go over here to Hardee's, walk over here to Hardee's and grab me a damn biscuit. But right now, I'm gonna get fuel.